Do you remember the first time you picked up a kettlebell? How exciting it was to learn brand new exercises with this amazing training tool. It boosted your enthusiasm to train, right? But then the new shine wears off and training starts to feel repetitive. And that's why in today's video, I'm covering 5 kettlebell exercises you've probably never heard of. These exercises will reignite your enthusiasm for training and expand your kettlebell arsenal. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll even share a long forgotten kettlebell technique that old-time strongmen used to test their strength. With that said, let's dive in. The first kettlebell exercise is a fresh spin on a kettlebell staple. Kettlebell cleans are one of the earliest skills new practitioners master because they're key to safely bringing the kettlebell into the front rack position. But we can spice up our training with a different clean variation known as the tactical clean. The main difference between a kettlebell clean and a tactical clean is the hand switch when transitioning from the swing into the front rack. There's a slight shift in weight towards the side you catch the kettlebell on, and this is fantastic for developing explosive power and refining that tricky transition into the front rack position. And speaking of hand switches and explosive power, this next exercise is another epic spin on a classic strength training technique. Nearly everyone has done a single arm row to develop back strength, but in real life, we rarely isolate our back. We almost always involve our legs in some way when pulling or dragging something heavy, which is where exercise number 2, the alternating ballistic single arm row, comes in. Similar to the tactical clean, we have a weight shift from side to side as we pull the kettlebell up in transition at the top of the rep. By driving with our legs and aiming for maximum explosiveness with each row, this exercise trains upper body power, and when mixed with standard row variations, it can greatly enhance pulling strength. Remember to catch the kettlebell tight to your chest at the top of the row, though, to avoid elbow strain on this one. But now that we've addressed a rare technique for upper body pulling, let's focus on an upper body push. When most people think of pushing exercises, they think of the bench press for its ability to develop a strong chest while incorporating the shoulders and triceps as well. There's an exercise with the kettlebell known as the floor press, commonly used as a substitute in kettlebell realms, but many pressing variations miss is the integration of upper body with core muscles, and that's what makes the alternating decline floor press with thoracic rotation so unique. This third exercise on our list is performed kind of like an alternating bench press, but from a hip bridge position. So while pressing with your left hand, you push off with your left foot to rotate through the thoracic spine, then repeat on the opposite side. And this integrates rotational core strength with the upper body push for a unique strength stimulus and is a favorite among grapplers. Now, while learning to integrate core musculature with your limbs in a coordinated fashion is an important skill for functional strength, rotating while pressing is probably less practical and something that mimics more of a coordinated throwing pattern. Our ability to throw is one of the things that sets us humans apart from our quadruped counterparts. And this is why implements like clubs are popular. They mobilize the shoulder, strengthen the grip, and even work the core and rotation. But did you know you can perform a kettlebell mill? Not to be confused with the kettlebell windmill. The kettlebell mill starts with the bell in one hand and is swung out and away from your body, and as it passes overhead, you bend your elbow like you're scratching your back. This allows you to bring your elbow tight to your ear and rotate through your upper back to pull the kettlebell back through to the swing that started the movement in the first place. And the beauty of this exercise is that it strengthens the triceps in a lengthened position while training the shoulders and core rotationally, and provides many of the benefits people seek from training with heavy clubs. But this exercise comes with a warning. Please start with a light kettlebell. It's a complex movement pattern, and the last thing I want is to receive a message from someone saying they tried this with a weight that was too heavy and knocked themselves unconscious. So be smart about this one and take it light. Now, with that said, at the start of this video, I told you that if you stuck around until the end, I'd share a long forgotten kettlebell technique that strongmen use to test their strength. And this exercise is known as the two hands anyhow. And just like the name hints, the goal is to lift 2 kettlebells overhead using any technique of your choice. But to provide more clarity, here's one of my favorite variations for a full body workout. Step 1, clean and press the first kettlebell overhead. Step 2, while holding the first kettlebell overhead, perform a single arm overhead squat, curling the second kettlebell into the front rack position. Step 3, stand up, press the second kettlebell overhead, then reverse the process. So lower the first kettlebell into the front rack, squat down, lower the first bell to the ground, curl it back up, stand, press, and repeat the process back and forth for the desired number of reps. And this technique challenges strength, mobility, and muscular endurance in ways that words just can't do justice. So this one is definitely worth a shot. With that said, you now have 5 fresh kettlebell exercises for your training arsenal. But unfortunately, some of these techniques are fairly advanced and take time to master. And that's exactly why I created the 28-day Kettlebell Kickstart Strength Challenge to help busy professionals build functional strength, increase mobility, and establish a sustainable exercise habit with a clear path including demo videos of every exercise, increases in sets, reps, and intensity to ensure consistent strength progress, and even mobility-focused warm-ups to reduce muscle tightness and develop the prerequisite mobility for some of these more advanced techniques. And the best part, the Kettlebell Kickstart Strength Challenge is now available for just $9, which is 90% off our normal rate. So if you want a convenient way to train that eliminates the need for a gym commute and can be done from your living room with just a few kettlebells, click the link in the description below for more details. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the app very soon. Until next time, stay humble, stay hungry, stay happy. Cheers. I'll see you on the next one.